Have you ever had that moment when you were thinking about someone and they suddenly called you, or felt a shift in your energy and noticed everything around you seemed to change too? What if I told you that science has actually proven that your thoughts and emotions can instantly affect people and situations anywhere in the world? This isn't just wishful thinking or spiritual fluff. This is quantum physics, and it's about to change everything you think you know about manifestation. In today's video, we're diving deep into something called quantum entanglement, one of the most mind bending discoveries in modern science. And here's the thing that's going to blow your mind. This quantum phenomenon proves that everything in the universe is interconnected, and your vibration literally affects others and the entire quantum field instantly. No delays, no waiting, instant connection across any distance. But here's what's even more fascinating, and this is something we'll explore in our next video. There's another quantum principle called wave function collapse that shows how your very act of observing reality actually creates it. But first, let's understand how you're already connected to everything and everyone right now. So here's the thing about quantum entanglement. It's what Einstein famously called spooky action at a distance. And honestly, even he was freaked out by it. When two particles become entangled, they form this invisible connection where changing one particle instantly affects the other, no matter how far apart they are. We are talking faster than the speed of light. We are talking instantaneous. Scientists have tested this in laboratories thousands of times. They'll entangle two photons, send one to Tokyo, and keep one in New York, and when they change the spin of the particle in New York, the particle in Tokyo immediately responds. Not in a few seconds, not in a millisecond, immediately. It's like the universe has this invisible nervous system connecting everything. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's cool for particles, but what does this have to do with my life? Well, buckle up, because this is where it gets really interesting. According to quantum field theory, everything in the universe, including you, including your thoughts, including your emotions, is made up of energy vibrating at different frequencies. And if particles can be entangled, then so can the energy patterns that make up your consciousness with the energy patterns of everything around you. Think about it this way. When you're in a room with someone who's really angry, you can feel it, right? Even if they're not saying anything, even if they're across the room, something in you picks up on that energy. That's not just intuition, that's quantum entanglement in action. Your energy field is literally connected to theirs. Rupert Sheldrake, a brilliant scientist, has spent decades studying what he calls morphic fields, these invisible information fields that connect all living things. His research shows that when enough members of a species learn something new, other members of that species, even in completely different locations, start exhibiting the same behavior. It's like there's a universal Wi-Fi that consciousness taps into. But here's where this gets really powerful for manifestation. If you're entangled with the quantum field, which you are, then every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every vibration you emit is instantly affecting the entire universe. You're not just creating your reality, you're participating in creating everyone's reality. This is why when you genuinely shift your internal state, when you move from fear to love, from lack to abundance, from doubt to certainty, people around you respond differently. Your boss treats you better, opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere, strangers are kinder to you. It's not coincidence, it's quantum entanglement. In the comments, drop one word that captures the energy you're choosing to carry forward. Maybe it's alignment, maybe it's ease, maybe it's power, maybe it's something uniquely yours. Let that word be a small but profound declaration, a signal like a quantum seed you plant not just in this space but in the quantum field. The ancient mystics understood this long before we had the science to prove it. The Hindu concept of Indra's net describes reality as an infinite web of jewels, each one reflecting all the others. When you change one jewel, every other jewel in the net reflects that change immediately. The Chinese philosophy of Qi talks about this universal life force that connects all things. Even the Greek philosopher Heraclitus said, "Nothing is permanent except change," understanding that everything is in constant flux and connection. Rumi, The 13th century Persian poet and mystic wrote, "You are not just the drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in each drop." He was describing quantum entanglement centuries before Einstein was even born. He understood that consciousness isn't separate, it's one field expressing itself as many. Joe Dispenza, one of today's leading researchers in neuroscience and consciousness, has proven through brain imaging that when people meditate and shift their internal state, their brain waves actually synchronize with the Earth's magnetic field. He's shown that elevated emotions like gratitude and joy create coherent heart rhythms that can be measured affecting people in the same room, sometimes even in different buildings. Studies at the Princeton Engineering Anomalies Research Lab showed that human consciousness can actually influence random number generators, machines that are supposed to produce completely random results. When groups of people focus their attention on these machines with specific intentions, the results became less random and more aligned with what the people were focusing on. Your consciousness literally affects physical matter. But before we move forward, I want to invite you into something real. If you've been feeling like something's making sense, and if a part of you is realizing your own power, tap like if you just had an aha moment, because like attracts like, and subscribe. Stay with this space, grow with us. Also join our manifestation club on gogetter.au. Get inspired by reading manifestation stories and share your story to inspire others. Now, here's how you can actually use quantum entanglement in your daily life. First, understand that you're always broadcasting. Your thoughts and emotions are like a radio station that's always on. The question isn't whether you're affecting the quantum field. You always are. The question is, what frequency are you broadcasting? When you wake up in the morning, instead of immediately checking your phone and downloading everyone else's energy, spend 5 minutes setting your vibrational tone for the day. Feel gratitude in your body, not just think it. Visualize the day unfolding with ease and joy. You're not just preparing yourself, you're sending a signal into the quantum field that affects every interaction you'll have. Second, practice what I call conscious entanglement. When you're about to have an important conversation, meeting, or interaction, spend a moment beforehand sending loving energy to that person or situation. Remember, you're already entangled with them. Use that connection intentionally. Visualize the highest good for everyone involved. You'll be amazed how differently things unfold. Third, pay attention to energy hygiene. Just like you wouldn't drink dirty water, be conscious about whose energy you're absorbing. When you're around negative, complaining, or fear-based energy, you're going to entangle with that. It doesn't mean avoiding all challenging situations, but it means being intentional about what you're syncing up with. Honestly, I still mess this up half the time. I'll catch myself doom scrolling on social media, absorbing all this chaotic energy, and then wondering why I feel scattered. But that's the beauty of understanding quantum entanglement. Every moment is a fresh opportunity to choose what you're connecting with. Here's something really practical you can try today. The next time you're in a tense situation, maybe traffic, a difficult conversation, waiting in a long line, instead of getting frustrated, experiment with shifting your internal state. Take 3 deep breaths and genuinely feel appreciation for something, anything. Watch how the energy around you shifts. The person in front of you might suddenly be nicer. The traffic might start moving. The solution to your problem might pop into your head. This isn't magic. This is quantum mechanics. You're using your understanding of how consciousness and reality actually work. Now, here's what's going to really bake your noodle. And this leads us into something even more mind-blowing that we'll explore in the next video. If quantum entanglement shows us that everything is connected, then there's another quantum principle called wave function collapse that proves something even more radical. That reality doesn't even exist in a definite state until someone observes it. Think about that for a second. According to quantum physics, reality is just pure potential, infinite possibilities existing simultaneously, until consciousness looks at it and collapses it into one specific experience. You're not just connected to reality, you're literally creating it by observing it. But we'll dive deep into that quantum rabbit hole next week, because understanding wave function collapse is going to completely revolutionize how you approach manifestation. We're talking about the science behind how your thoughts literally create matter, how observation becomes creation. Which part of quantum entanglement spoke to your story? Comment below. I read every single one. And remember, when you comment, you're not just sharing with me, you're declaring your intention into the quantum field. Make sure you share this video with your loved ones. Remember, you're not just sharing, you're spreading the understanding that we're all connected, that consciousness matters, that every person has the power to affect positive change in the world. Your sharing might be the moment someone realizes their own quantum power. If you're ready to dive deeper into how observation creates reality and how you can consciously collapse the wave function into your desired outcome, click on the next video where we'll explore the mind-bending world of quantum observation and manifestation. Trust me, what you're about to learn will change everything you think you know about creating your reality. The universe isn't just connected, it's conscious. And you're not just part of that consciousness, you are that consciousness, creating reality one observation at a time.